Alright, gang, it's your boy Nature, aka Nature. Alright, so gang, we just went over how to trade support and resistance. Alright, so in our next lesson, we're going to wrap it up. Alright, gang, and we're going to do trading support and resistance summary. Alright, so these are all the videos for right now, gang. I'm going to be posting a lot more videos, though, don't worry. Everything that I got for y'all when we posting, and giving y'all my OnlyFans, I will be posting my live videos. Sometimes I post it on YouTube too. But make sure you check my OnlyFans out. It's only $10. So make sure you guys support. Make sure you subscribe and like these videos. Comment on these videos. Spread the love. So just let me know if these videos help. Alright, so gang, support and trading, support and resistance. The summary. So in the previous lesson, we learned about trading support and resistance. Let's review what you have learned. When price moves up and then pulls back, the highest point before price pulls back is known as resistance. As price continues again, the lowest point before price climbs back up is now known as support. Support and resistance zones. One thing to remember about support and resistance zones are that they are not actually numbers. To help you filter out these false breakouts, you should think of support and resistance as more as zones rather than concrete numbers. One way to help you find these zones is to plot support and resistance line charts, or rather than candlestick charts. But you can plot support and resistance on candlestick charts, no matter. Support and resistance can reverse roles. Another thing to remember is that when price passes through a resistance level, that resistance could potentially become support. Okay, so once it breaks through that support, that support is now resistance, and once it breaks through that resistance, that resistance that recently was is now potentially become support. So the same also happens when support breaks through resistance. If support levels is broken, that support level eventually becomes resistance. Okay, so a resistance level. Okay, so remember to get in once price. The best way is to get in once price. Aggressive way is to get in once price breaks out of the trend line. The aggressive, because that's the aggressive way. The conservative way is to get in once price pulls back, and tests that support line. Same thing with the resistance line. Once price breaks that resistance line and tests that resistance line, the conservative way was to get in once price, tests that resistance line. So remember that. That's important. And the concept known as this is called reversals. Trend lines. The most basic form of uptrend lines is to draw along the bottom is to easily to draw along 3 or 2 bottoms of support areas known as valleys. Same thing with the downtrend is to draw a trend line along 2 or 3 identified resistance areas known as the peaks. There are 3 types of trends: upper trend, downtrend, and sideways trend. Upper trend consists of higher lows. Downtrend consists of lower highs. And sideways trends is ranging or flat or consolidating. Same thing with trend channels. There are 3 types of trend channels: ascending channel, higher highs and higher lows; descending channel, lower highs, lower highs, and lower lows; and horizontal channel is ranging. So to create an ascending channel, simply draw a parallel line at the same angle as the uptrend line. Remove that parallel line in position to touch the most recent peak. Same thing with a downtrend line or descending channel line. Is to simply draw a parallel line at the same angle as the trend line, the downward trend line, and then move that same line in position with the most recent valley. To create a sideways horizontal channel, simply draw a parallel line at a zero or flat angle. So how to trade resistance and support, or support and resistance, is trading support and resistance level can be divided into 2 methods: the bounce and the break. When trading the bounce, we want to tilt the odds in our favor by some sort of confirmation that support or resistance will hold. Instead of simply buying or selling right off the bat, wait for a price to bounce first before entering. By doing this, you avoid those moments when price just moves so fast that it slices through the support or resistance zones or levels like a knife slicing through a warm butter, or your hand. So as for trading the break, the aggressive way is in a conservative way. The aggressive way is to simply buy or sell whenever price passes through support or resistance zone with ease. Okay, that's the aggressive way. Once price passes through the support or resistance zones with ease. You get in for an enter order. And the conservative way is to wait for price to make a pullback to the broken support or resistance area before you enter. You will wait for price to bounce. So conservative way is to get into off the market is to wait for price to bounce off or pull back, and then you get in for the entry order. So those is how you trade support and resistance, is the bounce and the break. Alright, so that's everything you should know about how to trade support and resistance. So that's the summary, gang. I hope all these videos help. I'm gonna throw some quizzes on here. I got a lot more videos, a lot more ideas for you guys. So no worries. So make sure you share and like these videos, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and share it. So, alright, gang, it's your boy Nature, aka Nature. Alright, gang.